check out those cabinets. We put some amber shellac on it. 2 coats. It looks beautiful. Beautiful. I just wanted you to get a quick look at that. Of course, you've seen me build these cabinets in a Scotty before, but I wanted to show you a little bit more start to finish on building the cabinet doors. Now, normally, these would open up. Sometimes I find that a little bit of a hassle. So today, because of the catches, we kept the catches that keep this shut, so it doesn't matter whether they're side to side or they're up or down. Hey, if you're getting any value out of this video or any of my videos, would you hit the like and really hit the subscribe? I do appreciate it. It helps our channel grow, and that's cool. So they can either open out or they can open up. So I'm going to try open out because of the catches that we saved and we're going to clean up. So the first thing I do is I have to take an exact measurement here, which is 10 inches by 11 3/4. So what I want to do is I want to get a 1/2 inch extra on each side, which will add up to 1 inch. So where I needed 10, I need 11. So that's going to sit us about right here. That gives me room for the hinges and for the catch to sit in here, and plus it'll keep this closed, you know, so nothing gets in there. I don't know what would get in there, but nothing will now. Okay, so I need 11 here, and again, this was 11 3/4, so I'm going to need 12 3/4 when I cut my cabinet grade plywood. Let's go do that now. All right, I've got my 1/2 inch cabinet grade plywood. We've got this left over from building other parts of the campers. Saved it. This is how I save money for my customer. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at the 12 3/4, get that length out of it, and then we're going to go back to the small side, which is going to be 11 inches even. So I'm going to do that on the table saw. All right, I've got both of my cabinet doors right here. Now we've got to take them over to the router. And we're going to put a nice edge on them. This square edge doesn't look good. We need it rounded off, and the router is just the tool to do this. First thing we're going to do is look at which side we want to put the edge on. So we just kind of take a look for any kind of defects or what has the best grain. If we were going to amber shellac this, we'd want that really nice grain to come out. I think this is the best side. We're painting, so it doesn't really matter about the grain, but something you want to kind of get in the habit of doing. So I've got to get my router set up. And let me show you this router bit. This is the router that I use. Works real good. Let's push this router bit out. So you can see, first off, that it's on a curve. It's curved, so that's going to give us the curve on our cabinet edge that makes it look like a cabinet door instead of like a block. So then this is a wheel, it's a bearing. So wherever it goes is where the router goes. So if your edge is not straight, that this goes on, it will not be straight. So you got to make sure that you have a straight edge. So we're going to take this down to just a touch below even, right there, because we're only working with 1/2 inch cabinet grade plywood right here, so we don't need to be too crazy. So I've got my straight edge right here. I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to put this piece over top of it. Bring it down here a little bit and make sure that this is completely even. Then I'm going to clamp it real tight right here on the end. Now, when I go down this straight edge, this is going to follow it and make me a real nice cabinet door. Let's see what we got. Look at that. See, that's starting to look like a cabinet door. So I'm going to do that 3 more times on this one, and then I'm going to do the other door, and then we'll look at our next step. All right, my next steps, I think I'll do in time lapse just so you can kind of see it because it's kind of standard, not a big deal, but I did want to explain one thing. I'm going to take some 220 grit, sandpaper. I'm going to sand it down nice and good. Then I'm going to wipe it down. But then on the back, I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to tape this off right here before I prime it and paint it. Why, you ask? Because I think it looks cool because the insides of the cabinets are hardly ever painted. So why would you paint the inside of your cabinet doors? So I'll sand this down nice and neat, and it's going to bring out the grain real nice. And then, so you're right here, and this is painted the color that the customer wants. And then when you open the cabinet door, bam, beautiful grain wood. Show off your work. You took the time to do it. I've got my cabinet doors painted, so I want to kind of take you through what I do next. Remember I told you that I taped the back. So we're going to just peel this tape off. Oop, maybe. Won't let go. Here we go. Look at how beautiful that is. Every time you open this cabinet door, whoop, sure, it's gray on this side, but the back, you can see your beautiful work. That's why I like to do that. I don't know if anybody else does it. Here at Rob the Rebuilder World Headquarters, that's the way we do it. So, these were the doors that we're working on. So one of the things that I like to do is make myself a little spacer. And that way I can put that right down beside the hinge on both ends, and they're equally spaced, and it doesn't look wonky. I do it for all of them. Make them all spaced apart properly. So we're going with silver hinges, and I've got my spacer, so now I know this is where I need to start with my first screw. So I like to put that farthest one in first, get that one going. Now I know I'm spaced. Oh, put that last one in there. Well, you'd think I'd know how to do this by now. There it goes. All right. So I've got these screws on here, real nice and neat. And look at how evenly spaced that is. Doesn't that look nice? I think it looks nice. Now, this is our catch right here. So we have got to put that right here on the front. And we're going to use some 1/2-inch screws on it. Make sure it doesn't go through. That would be embarrassing. There we go. So there's our catch. Then we just got to install the other side on the cabinet itself. And let's go inside and do that and see what it looks like. Back to our cabinet. Let's go ahead and see if we can get our door put on. Now remember, we've only got a 1/2 inch on each side. That's how we designed it. So we're going to just get this first one started. You know, just kind of eyeball it and get about 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch out. Kind of go, yeah, you got to look her over. Here we go. There's our first one. Make sure that we're make sure we get it straight on there. There we go. And that's not straight. That is very straight. So we're going to go right here. Now, obviously, that's going to fall down. But we did get our catch. So we can put our catch on there now. Just kind of see where this is going to set real nice. Maybe make a mark right there. Now I can see where that is. And put our catch on there. All right, let's do that real quick. Make sure that it's lined up nice and even. Yeah, let's see if that'll close for us. Nope. Now it's closed. There we go. Could have done a little better job of lining that up, but I can redo that. So this is just gonna pop off here. It opens up, and when it's ready to close, just like that, we'll make an adjustment. Look at how much better that looks. This gray against the white and against this amber shellac. I think it just looks beautiful.